bubbling up and it's so fragrant.
One of Malaysia's most beloved street foods is Kuey Teow Goreng, a fried noodle dish. Today we're eating one of the best in town and having a go at making it ourselves.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
We're travelling around northern peninsula Malaysia, and tonight we're in Sungai Petani in the state of Kedah, and we have found a spectacular plate of Kuey Teow Goreng, or fried rice noodles. We actually ate here last night when we were not filming, and we knew we had to come back tonight so that we could film and show you how epic this plate of noodles is. So we're at the stall right now, and Alief, the owner, is cooking up so many plates of these noodles. They're really popular, and the smell of it, so smoky, so charred, so delicious. So you can see the smoke wafting up in the air from the wok. So the basic method of Kuey Teow Goreng, Alief style, is to splash oil into the wok. Then he adds diced garlic, lets that cook and really permeate in flavour. Then he adds some sambal, some ketchup manis or sweet soy sauce mixed with regular soy sauce. Then he adds the rice noodles, which is the Kuey Teow, gives that a bit of a toss, and then he adds egg. Then he mixes in some bean sprouts, which are really fresh and crunchy. And then he adds his signature ingredient, which is Arang, or blood cockles, and then he adds the final touch, just a few chives, and then he whips it onto the plate. This is such a good dish.
The Kuey Teow Goreng has arrived, and my god, it looks spectacular. So look at this plate of noodles. As he delivered it, the egg yolk just spilled off the side, so that's ended up a beautiful pool of egg yolk here. You've got all of that egg sitting on top of these steaming hot noodles. So a thick rice noodle, the bean sprouts, the chives. You can see some egg tossed through it as well, so these bits here. And then the smells coming off that because of that sambal that he added, and the garlic and the cockles. I can't smell the cockles, but throwing them in, I think it just all comes together and adds this incredible smell. So what you gotta do is just rip it all up. So let's just rip into that egg, mix it all together. Look at the color on the noodles. So that's from the sweet soy sauce, that dark color. So what this dish comes with is these chilies, which are a pickled chili. So they're just pickled in vinegar and sugar. And as Sheena mentioned earlier, we have eaten here just last night, so we know how good this dish is, and I know exactly how I want it. And I'm basically just gonna dump all of these chilies on top, a whole lot on my plate, get that vinegary juice that was in there as well, and then mix it all through. Oh no, I lost one. I'm just gonna have to put that back. Mix it all through, so you can see how big they cut the chilies. Right, let's get some of these noodles. There's some egg in here, some sprouts, some of that spring onion, and a big chili. Wow, wow, wow. It's so perfect. It's spicy, it's sweet. So the spiciness is from the sambal, but it's the perfect spiciness. It doesn't blow you away. The sweetness is from that sweet soy sauce. Look at this mouthful. Big piece of egg on top. Big thing of noodles. I've got to try and find a blood cockle because I didn't have one in that mouthful. Where are they hiding? I can't find one in there. There we go. A little blood cockle on top and another big piece of chili. I cannot tell you how good this is. The chilies are not spicy. They're bitter, they're sweet, and they have a real tangy flavour from being pickled. And they obviously have a tiny little kick of spice, of chili, but it's so mild. It's more about a freshness from the vinegar and from that pickled flavour. This dish is absolutely incredible, and this dish is very well known in Malaysia, but normally it's known as char Kuey Teow, which is the Chinese version though. So this is a Malay version, so this is a halal version, whereas the Chinese version would have lakchern, which is a Chinese sausage, and would be cooked in pork lard. This is just cooked with oil and obviously doesn't have the pork sausage in. It's unbelievable. The flavours are just incredible. Sheena, you've got to get into yours.
The smell of this Kuey Teow Goreng is just unbelievable. We've ordered the special version, so it comes with the sunny side up egg. And what's really great is that the egg is just cooked until it's set. It's still a little bit wobbly. You can see that white there, it's still a little bit wobbly. So what I'm going to do is just mix it up, and then the residual heat from the noodles will cook that egg white through. Whoa, look at that. Now I had to get a refill of chilies since Thomas used that whole little tub up on his plate. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to take these pickled chilies and I'm going to dump them all over the Kuey Teow Goreng because these things are just insane. Alright. Time to construct the perfect mouthful. Some noodles, some egg, the bean sprouts, and then that chili. That was the perfect mouthful. There was so much smokiness. Then that sambal, which is homemade by the way, the pickled chilies and the sambal are both homemade, left this beautiful like lingering heat. The pickled chilies are quite sharp, vinegary, sweet, a little bit bitter like Thomas mentioned, and they just punctuate like each mouthful of these noodles. I gotta go again because that was really good. And that egg was so creamy. I've got it all over my face. Oh, wow. The noodles of the Kuey Teow are really slippery. But I think like the most exciting thing about this dish is the wok, hey? So when the Chinese talk about char Kuey Teow or Kuey Teow Goreng or fried noodles, they always talk about wok, hey? And wok, hey means the breath of the wok. And this noodle dish has just had the breath of the wok infused into it. You can taste the smokiness, you can taste that charred flavour from the wok, and it just adds so much depth of flavour. It is unbelievable. Wow, it is just sangat sedap or sedap gila, which means crazy delicious.
I'm getting near the end of my plate of noodles and it is just so perfect. The slippery noodles, that sweetness, that spiciness, the sourness from the pickles. It's unreal. I am already considering ordering another plate of these noodles, even though I haven't even finished my first plate. It blows your mind how good these noodles are.
Thomas wanted another plate of Kuey Teow Goreng, and Alief has very kindly said that I can commandeer his wok and make him a plate. Let's get cooking. Wow, the garlic and that oil! It's just bubbling up and it's so fragrant. Kuey Teow. So the rice noodles have gone in now, and I'm just coating it in that oil and also that garlic. And then the soy sauce. Wow, look at the steam! Oh, it smells really, really delicious. And then a dollop of the sambal. Yeah. And then look at these blood cockles here. So Alief gets them from the market every morning, so they're super fresh. So we're just going to add a spoonful of those in there and mix them all through. The heat coming up off the wok is like pretty strong. Okay, the egg. Alright, so I'm going to crack an egg in.
Okay.
Whoa, there we go. And so do I just let it sort of bubble away on the side or mix it all through?
Mix it.
With the noodles?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so at least we can mix it all through with the noodles. Oh, look at that. I think it's coming together. So just a handful of the sprouts are going in there too. Chives. Whoa.
Ready to serve.
And it's ready to serve. Thomas, get ready. This is going to be a flavor sensation. There you have it, Kuey Teow Goreng Sheena style. It doesn't look as good as Alief's by any means, but hopefully it tastes okay. It's a little bit gluggy.
Let's try Sheena's version. It definitely looks a little bit more gluggy, but let's try it. I've got 2 of those beautiful pickled chilies and then a beautiful spoonful of the noodles. This one we didn't do the egg on top, so it's not the special version, it's just the standard version. It's really tasty, but it's definitely, I'm just going to try some without the chilies, but it's definitely a bit gluggier in the mouth. It's kind of like one squishy mouthful. Let's just try this one more spoonful. Good job, Sheena. Like, it's got that wok, that smokiness, that flavor of the wok, but definitely she loses on the texture steaks, sorry. So the texture's just not quite right. But that's a pretty good first try. But definitely, when you come, hopefully Sheena won't be on the wok and Alief will, because he really knows how to cook these noodles.
Wow, wow. Wow.
Wow.
If you're in Sungai Petani, you absolutely have to come to Kuey Teow Krang Din. It is mind-blowing. That plate of
Mind-blowing.
noodles. Whew.
So good, particularly the first plate. Sheena's plate was good, but definitely not as good.
Come and eat them from the master. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this one. Remember to subscribe for heaps more food adventures. Remember, we're traveling around the whole of Peninsular Malaysia, eating our way around the country. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on more food videos. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Jumpa lagi!
Jumpa lagi!